रागादिरोगान् सततानुशक्तानशेषकायः प्रसृतानशेषान् औत्सुक्यमोहारतिदान् जघान यो पूर्ववैद्याय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै. Welcome back, students. Here we are from Ayu-Chintana. I welcome Dr.Shrikanth Acharya sir back to the series of Tvam Sashaktam Bhava. Dravyaguna made easy in a speedy, short, and smarter way. So I ask sir to carry forward this.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Anaga, for introducing me back into the series. I welcome all your students back to Dravyaguna Made Easy, Speedy, Short, and a Smart Method of Study, episode 3. This has been organized by Ayu-Chintana, which is a non-profit organization which helps you in your Ayurveda learning. And it's an easy, effective, and exemplary series for various subjects. I deal with Dravyaguna. I'm Dr. Shrikanth Acharya from the Department of Dravyaguna, a postgraduate scholar from STM Hassan. So, quickly recapitulating what has been done in the previous classes, we saw the 4 questions as to why to study Dravyaguna. So, amongst the triad that Charaka mentions for a successful treatment, that is Bishak Dravyani Upastata, Dravya ranks the second. So, Bishak is supposed to know his Dravyas very clearly. So, for that reason, we are going to study Dravyaguna. And next comes where to study. And I had suggested these 4 books, apart from which I had given a list of other books too. So you can refer to the previous episodes for that. And then we had gone to modern part, where do we study drug and how it acts and what the body does and how the body reacts and what the drug does to the body in a very short manner, not delving into much details about it. So we had studied about the 2 major branches of pharmacology, and as where Ayurveda stands, the pharmacodynamica part, and Acharya Charaka say on it, and then the Nama Rupa Guna triad, and then on a bigger basis, on a higher basis, the Karma, Guna, and Dravya basis, and as to how do you interpret Dravya, Guna, and Karma. Okay, so today we'll be dealing with, we'll be going into subject proper. So I had decided a couple of activities for in your studies in UG, which you could easily follow, and it should be learning should always be a fun process, right? So what we'll do is we have divided that into different sorts of activities, and we'll be going ahead with each activity in each class, and after that I will be giving to you certain assignments. So when I give you assignments, I expect you to, I will also give you time to, recuperate, go back, study, and revise, and then make your foundation strong, and then we'll go ahead. So today we'll be dealing with the first most important step. So this is called as Mishra and his family. Step number 0, Mishra and his family. Okay, so what we do here is we will be studying in and around 45 to 55% of the entire Dravyaguna syllabus here. That means when I talk about Dravyaguna, I will be specifying about DG paper 2 and the drug aspect in paper 1. Is that fine? So we'll go ahead with Mishra and his family. So what is Mishra? Basically, there's a part in paper 1 that is named as Mishraka Gana or Mishraka Adhyaya, which is a group of drugs having similar actions, Say, for example, there is something called as Triphala. We all know that. And Trikatu, which we all know. Panchakola, again. Dashamula. All these are, drugs having similar action. When used in this specific combination, they act synergistically to do an action very, very highly. So, for example, Triphala. In the combination that you give, a doctor, it is said that a doctor need not have any medicine if he has Triphala with him. So, in various different combinations, it can act in different ways. Sometimes you can give with honey, sometimes because Anupana is also again a concept. So, Grita, Dadi, Kshira, warm water, or your honey, all this you can prescribe. So what we'll be doing here basically is we'll be going to Mishraka Gana.
Okay.
Okay, take one Mishraka Gana, any Mishraka Gana for that matter. So learn the Mishraka Ganas with their shlokas. Shlokas, I know, and many of you would say shlokas. No, see, basically, shlokas are your two-line shortened form of, shortened structures, shortcut or mnemonic in that matter, to understand and remember the effect of those drugs. So, what we'll be doing is learn the Mishraka Ganas with their shlokas. These are drug combination that have synergism when acting together. Synergism meaning to say they promote the action of each other. Say for example, I have two of my best friends, and we have always been together in our college, and then suddenly we are put into a hospital, and they say that you have to work 24 hours. So when they say suddenly you are put into some different environment, we gel best with our besties, right? That's why you call close friends or best friends, right? So you know each other very well, so you can manage. So let's say 2 to 8 I will do, 8 to 12 you do, 12 to 2 I will do, something like this. So in case of Mishraka Ganas, they act the same way. They complement each other in such a way that they react and cause a hypersynergist reaction. Okay, so
Okay.
they generally have similar qualities on the human body. That means to say three drugs are there, three drugs in a combo, or they are very similar to each other. Okay, so when I say 3 ka 2, all the three have certain commonalities with them. So we'll go ahead, we learn Mishraka Ganas.
Okay.
Once you learn Mishraka Gana, then we'll go to individual. See, when you learn Mishraka Gana, you will be learning Mishraka Gana proper. That is the shloka that I'm telling. And then you will also be learning the drugs that form the Mishraka Gana. And with the drugs, what you'll have to learn is also the botanical name and the family name. What you'll have to do is first you have to learn Mishraka Gana shlokas. Next, you will have to break that shloka. Once you break that shloka, you will understand what drugs make up this Mishraka Gana, and then you will have to learn the botanical name of each of these drugs, and then what do you say, the families of each of these drugs. Okay, so once you learn the families of each of these drugs, you have to go and search your syllabus for what other drugs are there in this. Say what other drugs you have in your syllabus belonging to the same family.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be looking at what I just said right now. Here is one example. So Tripala. Okay. So Tripala shloka goes like this. Patya vibhita dhatrina phalesya tripala samaha phalatrikam cha tripala savaraja prakirtita. Tripala kaphapittagni meha kushta harasara chakshushya deepani ruchya vishamajvara nashini. Right? This is a four line shloka very easy. So I think Dr. Anaga would help you out with how to memorize shloka, how to break the into four syllables, eight syllables. It's basically an
Chandas.
shloka, anushtup chanda shloka. So she might probably make a video on how to learn a shloka, because that is again a problem, right? But trust me, this is one of the very easiest shlokas. So take a shloka like this from any reference for
Nigantu.
that matter, either from Charaka or Sushruta or Bhava Prakasha for that matter, or any Nigantus, whichever you find easy. So this is the shloka which I have taken from Bhava Prakasha. तो पत्य विभित दात्रीनां फलस्य त्रिफल समाह फलत्रिकं च त्रिफला सावराज प्रकीर्तिता त्रिफला कफ पित्तग्नि मेह कुष्ठहरासरा चक्षुष्या दीपनीर्ष्या विषमज्वरनाशिनी. Fine. So what we are doing here is first line tells you which three are called as tripala. That is Patya, Vibhita, and Dhatri. Patya is your Haritaki, Vibhita is your Vibhitaki, and Dhatri Phala or Dhatri is your Amalaki. So three drugs make up the tripala. Okay.
One
So any
question I
drug.
want to ask you, sir. Like generally, students would have this doubt with them. That is, what does the shloka comprise of? Like, what are all the components of the shloka that we can properly list them out and learn? So that is what I wanted to ask you. So how to split
Oh,
up that? Like, what and all will a shloka of Dravyaguna contain?
okay, that's a good point. So generally, whenever you learn a shloka, see, either the most important thing is for a Dravyaguna point of view, we are basically not botanists; we are practitioners. So when you say practitioners, you have to learn more about the Phalashruti. As mean when you are giving the drug, what is the rasapanchaka that you expect? And second is doshagna karma that you expect, and third one is rogagna karma that you expect.
Yes.
So when you're telling these three, generally before whenever a drug is mentioned, post that synonyms will be mentioned. Any Dravyaguna drug that you see in the Nigantus, we will go on to Nigantu topic at some other time. We will take up that topic a later time. I will tell how the evolution of Dravyaguna happened and all that. We'll keep that separate. But for now, you just need to know that whenever a drug has been, at least in Bhava Prakash Nigantu, which we considered as the authoritative textbook for Dravyaguna, just like we consider Grace for anatomy and Guidance for physiology, just like that. So what we do is uh, Patya Vibhita. So whenever we take a drug, first the drug name will be mentioned along with many synonyms. Okay. Next, the Rasapanchaka of the drug will be explained, and then the Doshagnata of it will be mentioned, and the Rogagnata of it will be mentioned. This is the order that will be followed.
Okay.
So for whenever a student sees this, most important for him from a clinician's point of view is he should know the Doshagnatha or Rogagnatha. At least he should know the Doshagnatha. So this is the bare minimum. So each time he has to promote. Like first he has to know the Doshagnata, then he has to know the Doshagnata and Rogagnata, then he has to know the Rasapanchaka, Rogagnata, Doshagnata, then he has to know the synonyms, Rasapanchaka, Rogagnata, and Doshagnata. All the four along with the main drug. So
Okay.
this is how shlokas will be formed. Generally, they are in Anushtup only. Bhava Prakasha, most of the shlokas are in Anushtup. Again, how to divide that, how to break that, that you teach them, Dr. Anaga.
Yes, sir.
So I'll go ahead with Trifala right now.